Hi, it's Chrissy Miles, and you're watching The Chrissy Miles Show, where I teach you how to take eternal truth and produce extreme results. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to meet your goals by setting your intentions in the right direction. So many people ask me how we meet our goals, and I can tell you it's not what people think. We have vision boards, and of course we write our goals down, but I attribute most of the success in my life to setting my intention toward the right thing, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. But first, subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified of more of my proven methods to get more out of life. Let's get started. So here's step number 1. Fix your eyes on the right outcome. Hebrews 12:1 says this, "Therefore, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off every encumbrance and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with endurance the race set out for us. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith." So many times when people talk about setting goals, people are very fixated on specific things that you want to accomplish, tasks that you want to finish before the end of the year, maybe assets that you want to improve or increase before the end of the quarter. But the reality is that if you're fixing your eyes and your attention on worldly things, you're going to be a little bit misdirected in how to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. So the Bible speaks very specifically here in Hebrews chapter 12 that the real focus of everything that you should be setting for your intention, meaning the goal of your life, should be on fixing your eyes on Jesus. Now, you might think that that sounds a little bit cliche because, hey, what would Jesus do? As long as you do what he would do, you'll be successful. But the reality is that when you are fixing your mind and your eyes on Jesus, he's able to guide you in the right direction. Sometimes goals have to shift. Sometimes the objectives or how you're approaching the things that you want to accomplish needs to change. And if you're only focused on getting there and getting the outcome that you look for, you might actually miss particular objectives or specific ways that Jesus would have you shift your focus and your attention so that you can truly be successful. So the key to setting your intentions is to fix your eyes on the right thing, which is Jesus, and he'll get you to the direction that you want to go. So let me ask you a question. What have you been fixating your attention on, believing that if you just think about that thing or that person long enough, your expectations will all be fulfilled? Let me know in the comments below how you intend to start fixing your eyes on the right thing, Jesus. Here's step number 2. Look straight ahead. Proverbs 4:25-27 says this, "Let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you, give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or to the left, keep your foot from evil." It's really easy to get deceived. That's why the Bible teaches us to keep our eyes focused directly in front of us and to give careful thought to where we're going. So in this passage in Proverbs, it says to fix your gaze directly before you and to give careful thought to where you are going. Sometimes day to day, we sort of overlook the decisions that we make. We kind of get up, we do the same thing day after day. We get into this mode of activity that seems normal or natural. But how often do you give careful thought to exactly where you're going? Because each day you have the opportunity to listen to the voice of God and make adjustments so that you can accomplish your dreams. If you look straight ahead and you don't turn to the right or the left, it says that it will keep you from all sorts of evil. And that's the objective that you want to shoot for. Here's step number 3. Never look back. In Hebrews chapter 11, verses 13-16, it says this, "All these people died in faith without having received the things that were promised. However, they saw them and welcomed them from afar, and they acknowledged that they were strangers and exiles on the earth. Now, those who say such things show that they're seeking a country of their own. If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had opportunity to return." This passage is talking about the story of the Israelites, and when God was leading them out of Egypt and into their promised land, it says that if those people had been thinking of where where they had come from or the country that they had left, they would have had an opportunity to return. So do you know what that means? It means when you're setting your intention toward your goal, it is crucially important that you keep your eyes focused on the future and not on where you came from. The minute you start diverting your attention to where you have come from and the place that you have left, it's going to actually open up an opportunity for you to return there. So instead, as you're looking towards your future, completely shut the door on the past, because if you open up the past just a little bit and you begin thinking or longing for what once was, it's going to give you an opportunity to return back there. And you don't want to do that. You want to keep moving forward. You know, the Bible tells a story about this in Genesis chapter 19. It's a story of when Lot left the area of Sodom and Gomorrah and he was heading out to a land that he had been promised. And along the way, the angels told them, whatever you do as you leave this country, never look back or you'll be swept away and turned into a pillar of salt. Well, in fact, as we know the story goes, Lot's wife, on leaving the city, decided that she would look back to where she had come from. And again, this is an indication of the fact that she was longing to actually be back in the lifestyle that she had while she was there. And it's natural for us to feel that way. Whenever we're called into something new or maybe an endeavor that we are excited about, but yet there's a lot of anticipation because there's so much unknown, it's easy when you start making your journey into your destiny to get fearful of what comes next and to begin to long for the safety and the security from where you came. But if you want to experience the best that life has to offer, you keep looking forward and never look back. For more tips on setting your intentions, I'd like for you to download my free MP3 called Exercising God-Pleasing Faith. I'm going to show you how you can actually use your faith to live a life that's pleasing to God, which really is all about focusing on Him and His direction for your life. Follow the link in the description. Here's step number 4, trust God's guidance. Proverbs 23:3 says this, He guides me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Now, I love this passage, and there's so much in it that I want to unfold for you. First of all, paths of righteousness speaks of two different things. It speaks of a way of life that puts you in a position of peace, tranquility, ease, lack of difficulty. And it says that this is how God wants to guide His people. He wants to guide you in a place of peace. He does that, though, by outlining for you and for me what His righteous ways look like. He gives us a depiction of what it means to live life for Him, what it means to live life according to His precepts. He outlines all of these things in His Word. He gives us the power to live like that. And as we listen to His voice, we follow His guidance, and we live rightly, we are placed on a path of righteousness. And He does all of this, He says, for the sake of His name. Do you know why? It's because He wants His name to be known, so that when people look to you and the person that you follow, Jesus, your life makes sense. Your life is going smoothly. So often in this day and age, even Christians suffer from so many unnecessary things because they have a difficult time trusting in God's guidance. But if you can trust God, He's going to speak to you. He's going to guide you on a path that will be smooth sailing. Doesn't mean that tragedy or difficulty might not come your way, but we know that He's not causing this. He's there to deliver us from these things. And as much as we listen to Him and His guidance for our lives, He is going to guide us through every difficulty. Thanks for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed these tips about how to set your intention on the right things. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and if you know someone who needs to get their focus shifted in the right direction, share this video with them. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel for new episodes each Tuesday where I teach you how to get more out of life. Thanks for watching.